like that too.
Yeah, it's very much like that. We didn't even do any we didn't even really do anything in Vancouver.
How many followers do you have, Danny?
255.
I have 97. It's close.
It's cool. Yeah, 250
Followers on what?
on Twitch.
But Twitch.
Twatch.tv.
I am also bummed that when I went back to San Marcos, I was like, I had it in my head. There's this Japanese that does like rice bowls. Good. It's free. Then get there and I look up I look it up to open. It opened at 5. It's noon.
Oh,
And I wanted to go home.
rip.
Oh, places.
Whatever, it's not working.
What?
5 p.m.
Yeah, they've adjusted their hours because
You know. Everyone knows. You don't have to say anything. We all live in the same reality.
Yep.
Nope.
But they know too.
It's implied.
Everyone knows.
Wait, are we like live, or are we
Oh
like?
yeah, we're live.
Oh,
Are we?
Yeah.
Sorry for the
Hello.
reality check.
I'm just eating wings.
Say hello to user Admiral Apathy. Sorry to call
That's
you.
me.
Yeah, Admiral Apathy, this viewer. Only one here. Don't know who they could be, but some mysterious benefactor of ours. Or
am I not showing up?
Not yet. I'm sure you will.
What?
Which is weird with how
If I host somebody, does
people show up.
it alert any of my viewers?
No.
I still don't know where to go to
The
watch.
best thing to do is stream right before us and then host us while you're still live. That'll work technically, but
I didn't trick everyone.
exactly. I mean, that's not exactly how it works, but you know, anyways. So, to recap where we were. You guys are in an inn like normal, and you've fallen asleep, and you wake up, and everything is great. Yeah.
Purchase sleeping in the closet.
Oh my god.
Just like grabbed all the the blankets and sheets off the bed, just like piled them up in the closet. That's where you sleep, right?
Extremely valid.
There's no one in there. Yeah.
Walks in, sees the drapes. Oh, hey, complimentary snacks.
Oh no, we can't just keep doing moth jokes.
Oh, we can.
Well, I realize now the well of moth jokes is deep. I didn't think about it until that moment.
So, do you want to give a more detailed recap for those?
Oh yeah, I guess
yeah,
there was some
that's
stuff I
actually-
left out.
Big things happened last time that we might want to touch
A
on.
little wine drunk.
So the group finished off the rest of the Galerons because they felt like it was prudent, or maybe because one of their party got caught doing something he shouldn't have been doing.
Nothing was true. Nothing happened though. Nothing actually happened though. That's important. Didn't actually do anything.
And
Three people are still dead though.
Relation. Exactly.
Who? What?
okay, so
Oh,
kind of, but it was quick. There were some things that would have given a lot away, and I felt like most of you I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed or whatever, but anyways, let me get
Sorry.
yeah.
Recap time.
So you guys decided to go back to the circus and be like, what the fuck is going on? That wasn't a city. However, in the middle of the night, a vampire stalks the party. But he doesn't have ill intent necessarily.
Oh, vampire.
Yeah, it's very evil. he tricks Aurora into healing him, which normally on this world would damage him, but instead it gives him hit points, meaning that something is very off about Aurora's clericness, basically. And it really, really enlightens him to, wow, that's different. So he joins the rest of the party, and some of the party recognizes him, notably Trent and Fortuna. And he convinces them to go with him back to the clearing, where the clearing has been repurposed, and they are able to travel through interstellarly into the planet of. I need my notes open. Why am I so bad at this? They're just so close. I should really.
How many times have we had to pause in my game where I'm like, "What's this fellow named?" It's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
You were able to travel through to Veliterra, a planet of the Velizon system with the sun god Velizon. Just like Ra-Terra with the sun god Radin, this is another solar system with another sun, Velizon, who happens to be a god, and a planet. And there they had some interesting sights. An army followed through the pathway that they had just come through to supposedly secure the pathway, and they were able to meet Velvon, which claimed to be Bethany's god because Bethany is an Aasimar. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Luther was apparently looking for me, and I was just kind of like, what?
Yeah, for you.
Me?
Me?
Little old me?
Velizon also had much to say about Asteri, who Aurora found out recently. Not a lot, no. Just that Fortuna apparently has.
I do remember this. I need to get this.
Yeah. Fortuna remembers visions of Asteri and her being locked up. So that was interesting. And Velizon wants to free her, and that's his primary objective. And
One is the new.
yes. VELE apostrophe XAN. And the adventurers were left to an inn to rest for the night, even though it was the middle of the day, because... can someone speak real quick? I'm making sure that I haven't lost you guys.
Hello.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Sorry.
Can someone, and then we all just start.
You've rested for the day on a new planet in a new solar system, although no one has really grasped that fact except for perhaps Trent.
On vague terms.
Yeah. And
yeah, it's kind of out there.
Let's see. If it was the middle of the day, I would say it's about 5 a.m. right now.
Okay.
Well,
We had a very long day. We could have to right round.
no, I'm just thinking about if I want to make the planet have a different day-night cycle, but that sounds too confusing. So yeah, it's like 5 a.m.-ish. It feels like, the sun's not up yet.
Yeah.
Not that
still asleep.
The sun is not up yet.
the sun is not up yet. That's correct.
All right.
Are you supposed to be in here? I think you're supposed to be in here.
It doesn't really matter unless Lotus is also in there.
Everybody, look at this fluffy baby.
There she is.
Bully.
Bully.
There's Uncle.
Yeah, she bullied Daisy when she came over.
I'm not surprised. Okay.
Bully, you want my pizza? You want my pizza? No. Oh.
So are you saying that it's 5 o'clock and we are waking up?
Yeah, you're waking up pretty
But
much.
that is when we are, but I am not waking up.
I don't know if we wanted to do our scene thing now or something.
I mean, I was about to say, like, at this point, Bethany is just kind of like laying in bed and just staring at the ceiling,
Yeah, I think
and
now. I think it's
like
a little too early.
holding her the amber spell focus that she has, and just kind of holding it up and just kind of looking at it, just idly.
Brent has snapped out of whatever just like zone out vampires do, and is like, actually, I'm going back.
Actually,
Can Birch go like do some scouting?
Yeah, sure.
Because yeah, I'm pretty sure Birch will be up.
Yeah.
Want to
scene
scout?
that I kind of
Oh yeah, you want to have a dramatic scene? Can you stop chewing my wire?
yes.
Yeah,
Why
so
are you catch chewing wires?
Birch gets a quite interesting view of the world because you're not really so there's a lot more structured and built with stone stuff than you're used to. There's not as much wildlife around as you would be used to. And everyone keeps staring at you.
Yeah, I just learned the spell disguise self, so that'll come in handy probably.
That's good.
Pretty good one to have.
They're like, is like some kind of weird animal in the city or something.
What is this?
But they don't want to like, openly, shoo you away or anything.
Yeah.
I feel like you would see a lot of stuff, but you wouldn't have context for it at all. So,
All right.
but there's just a lot of buildings made out of stone and stuff. More people than you're used to seeing at any one time. Probably the first time in your life you've seen so many people other than last night. And and it's still too heavy for you to fly. It's even heavier where you are right now.
Oh.
So gliding is a little bit harder.
I went from 20 pounds to 30 pounds.
Oh, not 20 pounds, Jesus!
like a cat.
Yeah. Rick is probably confused as to how all of these people are surviving when there's no wilderness.
Exactly.
Where's
And
the food?
They do all seem to have weapons and stuff, even the younger children. And even, well, I guess you wouldn't know what a shopkeep was. But, all of the villagers seem to have weapons.
Probably some bartering where Birch is from, I guess. Not on like a large scale, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if they.
I don't know. I haven't done that much of a deep dive.
No.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I believe in you. We could focus in on you.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else has. I'm not doing anything before the sun rises.
No.
Well, that's a complicated question to answer because, let's see. I don't know if your character has really noticed, but everything seems different. Like, you don't see a moon in the sky. Or you didn't.
So I look outside the. Aurora gets up. And
Oh, wait. I got an idea. Make a... I need to know what check this would be, sorry.
probably survival if it's.
Not quite, but it does sound like that would be helpful. Go ahead and make a survival check, yeah.
A different fucking.
Right. Yeah, what did you get?
10.
Okay, yeah, so you may know one or two constellations, but they're not here.
and there's no moon. But it's kind of settling in. Like she had sort of or somewhere different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think done properly
Mm-hmm.
how far. So looks up at the sky.
Everything is
Wow.
wrong.
You can't tell when the sun is. Exactly what.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of her catch the warmth, her power for happens at once.
Mm-hmm.
Stumbles. I am now speaking. I'm gonna speak in character. But that's not your name, is it? That's not who I'm speaking to. Is this why? Why now? What? Takes a second. And visible frustration crosses the peaceful expression on her face. Why did you do this? Why, Asteri? Is that even who you are? Why? I'm so sorry. Oh. I wish I wasn't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's.
Have your scene. Do whatever. Yes.
I know. I feel like I've got a million different ways I want to go in, but okay. I should have practiced more, but I didn't. So okay. So he says, "Why do I feel closer to you than after I spent hours and hours and hours reaching out. Why did you do this? What was this for? What is your reason for doing this? Did you think I wanted to be a liar? A traitor to my people, to my family? To find out, not even from whoever I am talking to, that all my life has been a lie? What was even the point? Why would you pick your enemy's daughter? Why? And she flexes for just a moment in frustration, and her wings come out mantled and bristling. And she grabs at them and tugs at the feathers. Why did you make me so visible? So that I would be heralded as a priestess? What was the point of all the obedience and lack of control in my life? And she twists further and starts yanking out, tugging on the feathers. Did you think I wanted? Did you think I wanted to know that my father would toss me out? That my family either stayed quiet out of because my father also has no regard for them, or that they agree? Why couldn't, if you were going to choose someone, why not choose someone like Bethany, who
Sorry.
wouldn't have these divided loyalties? Who could have, if not known you at least? Radin, you were the person I talked most openly with, and you weren't even who I thought you were. I've confided in you my deepest and darkest thoughts and asked for guidance from you, and it's all been to the wrong person. And I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. Radin is evil? Is that what I am supposed to believe now? That the person I have trusted my entire life, that the God that I have followed faithfully, that it doesn't matter what my intentions were? And now this! I've spent years trying to get closer. And the instant I learn your name, I get stronger. When I don't even know who you are? Answer me, god damn it! And that's when she yanks out some of the feathers she had been holding.
Oh, oh no, baby.
But there comes no answer.
Yeah.
Baby.
Mhm.
That's very good. You did a very good job.
Thank you.
Applause.
And she sits there and pants for a second. And she tries to get a hold of herself. And for a second, it looks like she's calming down. But you can see her hands are held tight around her holy symbol, so tight that Her knuckles are white, even on her pale skin. I don't care what your reasons were or if they were good. You did. I have suffered and will suffer and have lost my family and my place in the world because of what you chose to do. And maybe I can forgive that. But not right now.
Right now.
And she says the last part of her prayer, skipping over the name of her deity completely, and turns out the candles.
Turns off.
It's the clapper.
Commenters they can do that actually. I'm not gonna check right now. She puts everything away and slowly regains her composure. She smooths out the feathers and tries to and brushes them so that the damaged parts are not so stark.
Yeah.
She gets up, slaps her face. All right, time to go interrogate a vampire. And she's gonna exit the room.
Anyone else have any waking up business?
Not waking up.
No. Unlike you magic fucks, I don't get. I'm just like, well, I guess I'm back in the field. I should probably use skills that I've kind of retired for a bit. I don't know, like, I guess.
Friends, anything?
Yeah, I think at this point it's like just getting on with the morning, getting dressed,
Yeah.
Getting ready. I
and
actually
then going back to laying on my bed.
This is a
Birch is crawling around the ceiling like, this isn't that bad.
I love that.
oh, cool. I do think of one thing. I think like, actually, I've reconsidered. I was like, would Trent be interested in sky stuff? But I don't think that's his shit. Actually, the gravity is different. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trent's gonna start kind of like fucking with shit. Like just like weird like stacking shit and like just like fucking with like what like looking like I don't know, just like tinkering with shit.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna that's it. He's just amusing himself with
Holding up a feather and like a block or something and watching them drop at the same time.
watching him drop and like furiously taking notes.
I think relativity is the same no matter
Yeah,
what.
that's what it is.
It depends on the air resistance.
Yeah.
Depends on what's in the air, but I mean, I'm not gonna go
Oh
into
yeah, I
the
guess air
organic
resistance.
chemistry.
Hey, what's the air resistance on this new planet?
Yeah, hey! What's
What's the density of the atmosphere?
Yeah, what is the like makeup? Like, what's the proportion of like oxygen?
Yeah, what's
Oh my
or, like,
God.
into-
You can breathe it. That's all that matters. Okay?
Is it like being on the mountain or like on the coast?
God.
Is there any like animals, domestic animals or anything besides just the people?
Good question. There are animals in D&D, right?
Yeah?
In D&D? Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, domestic animals?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's cats and dogs and stuff.
We had a donkey.
Farm animals.
Chickens, horses.
Anything your mind can imagine.
In the city, there seem to be dogs, but they seem to be, you feel a lot of hostility from them. They're not exactly nice dogs, I guess.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know if you can tell that. They're like well trained though.
Oh,
Would would anybody get mad if Birch tried to hunt a dog?
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out.
Though.
What?
I mean, who's gonna stop them? They're on their own.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fair.
I wonder what I kind of want to see what the consequences would be.
I just
No.
want to see the. This is like when you save
You
in
can't
Grand
kill
Theft
a
Auto,
dog. I won't
right
let
before
you.
fucking up the whole city. Just like, or in Skyrim, just like, I wonder what happens if I just try to kill this entire
City.
town.
Yeah.
Fair, like I'm thinking about what shop I can go into and out of. So, like,
I mean, they're not gonna know it's stolen. It's stolen from a whole different world.
Oh no. You can tell that the dogs are leashed to owners. So, I mean,
They're
you can tell they're probably not. Even if they were keeping them for food, they're claimed. Okay.
Yeah. They're not just wild dogs.
Yeah.
This stream does not support eating dogs.
for yourself.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
An animal.
I don't know.
The views of Fortuna are not the views of the stream. They're individual in their own.
Birch probably doesn't even know what a dog is.
Right.
So is there like a breakfast area that, like, what is
common
the
room?
arrangement of rooms?
I'm gonna be here, but I'm turning the camera off for just a second.
Like
What?
waffles, bagels.
Wait, did Trent say he was gone, or just you turning off the camera?
Just turning
Yeah,
off camera for
I'm
a
just turning
second.
off the camera.
Yeah. So, yeah, you go downstairs, and there's a breakfast room,
Ooh.
and there's also a dueling room where people
Ooh.
are currently fighting.
I will note, Aurora never puts her wings away. She has them.
Or free now.
I mean, to be honest, everyone but Fortuna sticks out like a sore thumb.
Oh!
Wait a minute. What
For
about
the
me?
first time in my life.
Well, Trent, I never confirmed this with you, but what race were you before you turned into a vampire?
Oh,
Before...
human.
Yeah, you stick out like a sore thumb.
not that confirming or denying the vampire.
Right, of course.
Yeah, of course. Oh.
Birch runs up to Aurora and is like, "Oh, you have a bird. Oh, you don't have a bird. Okay."
Oh, you are a bird.
Bird. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the people who are looking for me are not going to be looking for me here. So, surprise? He like fluffles them a little bit, spreads them, go off of it, and tucks them back in. They are huge white wings, by the way. They are like the length of her. So like,
How did she hide them?
the question.
Magic.
Okay, I guess magic does exist.
Uh,
Probably like you're being attacked by a bird.
no. No. But yeah, they're huge. They're white and a little bit sparkly. Because I said so and I want it. So,
You're loud.
and you if you look at them, they have this weird, almost translucent look. It's a little bit odd.
That is odd.
Kind of like opalescent.
No. Well, yes, but also no.
Like sparkly smoke.
kind of translucent.
Like they are also opalescent, like sparkly and white and stuff and pretty, but they're also a little bit transparent. Like you can, it's not quite, but it almost feels like you can see the shapes behind them in a way that you shouldn't be able to. Right? You can't see through them completely, but like you can see almost like the
frosted
hint
glass.
of colors. Yes, but like even less than that. like just barely, like heavily frosted glass.
Yeah. Yep.
As a note, your fly speed is probably lower on this planet right now.
I don't have a fly speed yet.
Oh, okay. I thought that was level 3, or...
And that is level 5.
Oh, okay.
2 more. So, Birch, have you seen the others this morning?
Did everyone go to the breakfast place, or is it just us two? Because
At
I'm
the moment, it's just you two.
It's just that, you know,
Yeah.
I have a feeling I was going to get some reaction to Wings, even if it was just as small as Birch. So I figure we will know when people enter.
Birch is like, I looked into everyone's window and they're alive.
With Fortuna, it was a little questionable, but you did see the tail move a little bit.
Birch is like, okay.
Okay, that seems disrespectful of privacy, but I'm glad to know that they're doing okay.
Birch is like, privacy? Okay.
Ooh, we're gonna have to talk about that one.
So, have you had anything to eat? Maybe we can have that over. Maybe we can have that conversation over some food.
Birch is like, I couldn't find anything to hunt or forage, but there's food here.
Yeah, and I'll go over to the table. And what are we at?
Mostly meat. It looks like meat that you don't really recognize or anything, but it's clearly meat in nature. There's a few greens, but not very many. And,
Are those any more recognizable?
no.
No.
Food. Birch is like,
I sure hope these aren't poisonous.
Yeah.
Look.
Hey, actually, very good question. And not that they would poison it, but more so like, can you consume it?
Like, so on a microbiology level, technically there would probably be viruses and stuff that your immune system wouldn't be used to, but we're not going to deal with that. No.
Constitution saving throw.
I mean,
Anytime you try to
prep
eat or
it,
drink anything.
but I do have detect poison. Oh, I have lesser restoration now. I don't have it prepped. But if it came
Oh,
up,
it doesn't
The nature
matter.
of this situation really asks, like in universe, what is detect poison doing? Because is
Like,
somebody,
ill
allergic to
intent?
shrimp?
I would argue it would detect allergens for if
Yeah,
you
like
were
I think
allergic.
like mechanically, yes, but like what's how does it know?
Parameters of what's
Magic.
harmful to the caster.
It's magic.
It's magic.
Everything.
Ooh.
We can get into this later, Danny. I love shit like this. I did not think to prep poisons.
Oh, it does do diseases.
What's that?
It does diseases.
Mhm.
So that's helpful. Anyway, sorry.
Okay,
FYI, I hope this-
so I'm just gonna carefully pick out a little bit of what looks the most appetizing. And make sure to get a few greens. Does Birch follow suit?
yeah, I guess Birch is gonna take like a piece of meat that you also took and then just start gnawing on it.
Okay, I'm gonna hand Birch my plate, and I'm gonna go get another plate and stack it up as well.
What is this? Okay. They like
so-
put the plate on the floor and then pick up the food and start gnawing.
No. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, here. And I'm gonna pick up the plate. Follow me, Birch.
Birch is like, "Oh, this is strange, but okay.
Okay. I've never actually had to be the one to teach table manners, but okay. So this is a plate.
Let's take the manners.
We are not in the woods anymore, so it is polite to use utensils. Presumably in this place as well, since they were provided. I'm not going to speak to the exact mannerisms of this, and I'm going to look around for anyone else who's eating.
Birch whips out a dagger and like stabs a piece of meat and then just
Wait.
starts gnawing on it.
You know what?
No,
Close. These
you got the
and
spirit.
Close. Right idea. You're not using your hands anymore. So here's a chair, and she's gonna put the plates on the table. She's gonna pull out a chair for Birch. Okay, sit down on this.
Birch sits.
Okay. And she's gonna hold on for just a second. She's gonna go grab the silverware because she had her
The
hands full.
silverware is mostly just knives.
Oh boy.
Ah.
Birch
Huh.
is like, ooh, 3 daggers.
Okay. It looks like yes. But I think we probably have to put them back. So borrowed dagger.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, actually, in a different place, there would be different mannerisms. But again, I want to look around and see what the table manners of anyone else eating is.
There's not really much table manners. It's just about getting food in your belly.
Okay. And you know, for this place, I think you had the right idea. And
You must be
Give up.
polite. Oh, wait.
Comfortable, Aurora.
And Aurora has like taken 2 knives and she's trying to like very daintily use them. It's not working very well. But yeah, what is do we get poisoned?
No, you don't get poisoned. It's fine.
Yay.
Yay!
I hate getting poisoned.
Not nice. Not fun.
Nope.
Birch is like, do you know where we are?
I have never been more lost in my life.
Oh man. Yeah, this is how I was feeling too. Before. And
I
know,
have much
yeah.
more empathy for you.
thank you.
Like I already felt bad, but this is strange.
Hopefully
Did
we can
you-
find our home soon.
I wish that would solve all our problems. Have you looked at the sky?
Yes.
There's
It's been different since I left my home. And now it's different again, and I don't really know what's happening.
there was a lot of talk yesterday, but I don't understand what can change an entire sky. Like I thought even if you were far away, there was still the moon.
Can Trent walk in now to be a
Yeah.
smartass?
Sure.
All right, let me sit up. because
First
I
thing you
think-
notice
Again,
is
point out Aurora.
Barge sitting on a chair and Aurora has wings.
Yeah. All right. Trent's walking in and hears this conversation. It's like the sky didn't change, we changed locations. So stepping in, he does notice the wings and has a bit of a. Is
Birch
that,
says, don't worry, it's not a bird.
no, that's. First off, can you fly here? By the way, Moth. Can you fly on this planet, Moth?
Me?
Yes, you.
It's too heavy.
Okay, and he writes that down. How much do you weigh?
Does Birch know pounds?
I feel like
Kilograms?
I feel like you would have like a scale and like you guys would have some stones and they would
Yeah,
be
like,
set stones that were
3
set to
stones.
specifications. So
I
like
weigh 6
they need
Legoxins, sir.
Yeah.
As
And
much as a small cat.
Yeah. I feel like even in a society that was hunter-gatherer and like really in the forest, especially for a flying society, you
Yeah,
might
you
have.
probably wouldn't really have that. Don't worry.
That might be actually one of the things they develop because they do fly.
Yeah,
and
that might
it
be
would
the one of the
important.
things, but it doesn't have to be like
Oh,
our
it is
measurement.
absolutely not intelligible to any of the rest of us. It's not the same scale.
Birch is like, I weigh 3 rabbits.
All right, Trent's just gonna like write that down with a question mark.
3
Big
rabbits.
your rabbits.
They're just
Out of-
rabbits.
They're
I
just
go
rabbits.
back
That's
to
fine, that's fine.
other place.
All right, Snaps book. New question.
Wait, what did you call them?
What? No,
Snap?
Snaps the
no, I
book
said like
closed.
Snaps book.
Oh,
says-
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Snaps book.
Sorry.
New question points to back at Aurora. What? Are those
I stare
new?
you dead in the eyes.
Are those from here? Is this something else we need to worry about?
No, I have always had them.
Okay, well then I don't care.
Okay, I see how it is. They weren't optimal to have when I was not trying to be found.
I can probably assume so. Can probably assume so. Can you fly here?
I flap my wings and
Ooh, that make a right mess of things.
Yeah.
you would
Yeah,
have
the, like the
fair.
size that are to carry a of your size will be very, very, very large.
Yeah.
Oomph.
Can I take this, Max?
What?
Can I take how I think this physics would interact?
Okay, sure.
So I flap my wings, and you would think it would make a mess, and that there would be, wind, and but you don't. You barely feel a breeze. And she's like, "No, I have not gained the power of flight in any sense."
Have you ever been able to fly?
No.
Well, then this was useless. Well, this was useless. Why do I even bother getting here?
Yeah. I think you would probably also notice that it would probably mean the most to you that the wings are translucent.
Yeah, I think that does note it, but that's not his current.
That's not his current thing. You know what? Yeah, you are. That is fair. This is not the most pressing issue that we have.
Yeah.
Speaking
Princess
of,
is going to launch into just an information dump of like, I've noticed something. The gravity's different here. That's supposed to happen like this. It's heavier.
what? You said we changed locations, but I didn't think there was a location you could go far enough to. There's no moon.
I don't know what education you have. I especially don't
I'm
know what
highly educated.
I bet you are, Princess. You're aware of planets, correct?
Maxine, am I aware of planets?
I guess you might be like slightly aware of them, yes.
I do actually have a good education. Not the best at it, but
Depends on if you paid attention
yes,
too.
yeah. I mean, I assume this is the closest thing to history that is the closest skill we get, and I do have proficiency. I believe so. Yes. I admit they weren't the focus of my curriculum, but I have heard of them.
We're on a different planet. We used to be on another planet, and now we're on a different planet. What is interesting about this, for maybe care, our planet's supposed to have a set of rules that everything applies by, well, called physics. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to bother you. But the physics are always supposed
I
to be.
have done my maths.
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't ask questions anymore. Physics are supposed to be the same all the time, though. That's like the thing. They're supposed to be the same all the time. They're not the same here. It's not the same. I could feel
Are
it.
you sure?
No, it's not the same. It's heavier. It's not supposed to happen like. He starts like picking up silverware and doing like weird balancing shit with it. Like, he's like, it's not supposed to be like this.
I think this is the point where I walk in and just
Yeah.
like,
I was about to
Like a
say the
bit-
exact same thing.
kind of that that weird like drowsy kind of oversleep kind of like just effect. Just like walks in. Just like,
And Fred's like fucking with silverware. He's like, it's not supposed to be like this.
Which I will point out are all knives.
Birch is like goes up to Trent and like hands him a big chunk of bloody meat, and then starts going to Bethany and Christina, and also is giving them bloody meat.
oh, thank you, doll. Thank you.
I don't even like pay attention to what's going on over there.
Wings?
I go straight to the
Yeah.
buffet.
Oh yeah.
Grab
Bethany.
food.
Yeah. Right to the food.
Right. We'll address this in a second. Trent is still going off. He's like, no, you don't understand. They can't be different. There's changing
But if
planets.
they're different planets, how can you know they shouldn't be different?
Well, that's exactly the thing. Is it different for each planet? Are the properties of magic different for each planet? What is it about the
Well-
planet? Is there something about the planet that dictates?
Birch pipes up. I could fly in my home.
Trent does write that down. There's no moon here. Is there something about the moon? Is there something?
Well, we know.
What's that?
Nerd.
You actually say that out loud, actually.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I want to say that around here is where I come back to the. I pull
Yeah.
a dagger out from my boot, stab it into a chunk of meat, and just take a bite out of it.
Birch is like nodding along, just like
Yeah, I'm
Everyone
gonna.
else's trip going.
Birch just is like,
She gets
That's
it.
the deal.
Birch is like, I'm not sure what's wrong with Aurora.
I don't know who's right anymore.
Wants me to play with knives.
Well, you
So-
all are seeing, right? Like a shared hallucination. Like, what did the guy give us?
Oh no, the wings. Don't
No,
worry.
those
about
are
the wings.
supposed to be there.
It's not a bird.
I was not talking about that. I was talking about all of this. I wasn't taking. I'm
Well-
almost 100% positive that I am hallucinating right now, and we are all.
I reach
sharing
across the
same
table and
thing.
pinch
Yes,
Fortuna.
Have you ever had a trip before? That's not how this works.
yes, but an illusion.
I
would
figured it was
be
worth
able-
a shot.
An illusion can give you sort of like an off perception of the reality and the physics, but it's not consistent. These are consistent. It's always like this. No matter where you go in this place, it's consistent. Usually in illusions, they don't know how to consistently recreate physics. So like stuff is weird, stuff slows faster and faster and slower.
No. I was not saying an illusion. I was saying drugs.
Birch is like, have you found a strange plant to chew on?
Yes, we have changed planets. Ask so many questions. And nobody can. I'm wasting my time with you people. Like,
To be fair, Mr. Trent, there was quite a lot of information to absorb
yeah,
yesterday.
and Trent has absorbed none of it. He's just like, gravity is different.
I think it's gonna be worth talking to Mr. Man again, the temple.
Oh,
Who I
Mr. Lucer?
No.
I could do.
No,
I don't know.
I'm talking
mean-
about
the big one.
Vanzelli.
I guess
Oh.
my dad.
Did we?
You know, we all have.
Aurora
we all
also
have
looks like
daddy
she's
issues.
having an existential crisis in that comics.
I have daddy issues. Right? Do you have daddy issues?
I don't like to talk about my family.
So that's a yes.
There we go.
I
Birch is like,
Birch,
my
how is
dad,
the family structure in your home? And you have daddy issues?
he's a hunter. He's good at hunting.
Again, Birch is the most well-adjusted out of all of us.
No. Wait, I'm perfectly adjusted. I'm a member.
Oh,
of-
Mister, I don't
Oh,
talk to my.
I
don't
look
talk
at
about my
the
family.
I look down at the
Well,
display of knives that I'm sure is still up, as Trent mentions that he's the most well-adjusted.
No, I was half joking,
Like just
but I do need you to know I rolled an insight check and got a natural 20.
on who?
I'm Trent being well
Oh, yeah.
Trent believes he's the most well-adjusted. Trent thinks he's the most like normal. He's the high society one. You're all bumpkins.
Don't even know what gravity is.
Yep.
I have been high society.
Excuse me, I'm pretty sure I had more rank than you did, sir.
Big high
The princess-
society.
The princess is just a princess. She doesn't understand.
Birch is like, I'm not sure if he understands how to eat.
So have you considered
very much?
not done much study of the planets or physics. It was not my focus. But have you considered that maybe if we saw a different god yesterday, apparently, maybe that could affect things. The gods
Usually
have
physics aren't tied to the gods. Beside, like it's. I'm beginning to think
gods
it's
are
tied to
tied
the
into
planet.
everything.
Well, yes, I'm
Have
beginning
you
to think it's
been
tied
in
to
an
the
area
planet.
with a different god? How would you know?
Those
I'm
are just people that got a pay.
That is factually incorrect.
good. I don't want to have this discussion. I want to discuss my theories. I think it's tied to the planet. I think there's something about the planet that does it now. I thought it was just consistent everywhere, but it's different. We went to a new planet. It's different.
What about the sun?
And the moon.
To be a part of it.
Yes.
Just for
Because there is
Exactly.
one.
I'd have to guess.
In
Like,
any
we don't
case,
know.
All right.
something is different, but unless that is going to actually impact us, that gravity is heavier right now.
It means you don't understand how much that just.
I believe we have more immediate concerns.
Well, we know how to get answers when we need them. So when do we want to head out?
I would like to know exactly what both you, Trent, and you, Fortuna, know about this Mr. Luther. And he seems to be
Yeah. I think
started
that
off on a bad foot, and I would like to know exactly what happened.
Well, I only knew him very shortly, and we did not have a very pleasant.
this was apparent.
He said you lied to him. Is that correct?
Yes.
I lied to everyone.
I'm not judging you on that, but what did you lie about? What did he believe exactly?
Let me know if you need some context.
Yeah, what is some context?
Okay, yeah. So you basically came in, saw that he worshipped this god that basically didn't exist in your mind, was like, oh, this will be easy. I can say whatever the hell I want. And you basically
fucked up.
You fucked up.
and you basically showed
Story of
him
my life.
you told him these stories of how you were a descendant of this god and how you were going to save the world from Ragdan and his destruction, and everything was going to be fine and peaceful and happy.
You thought you found like a cult in the woods.
I mean, I did, technically.
Yeah, it's just, had some firepower behind it.
Well, I may have said I was a lost prophet. God.
And so how's that working out?
How's that working out?
Well, I ran away. So it was working out pretty well until this one showed up.
Which one did you point at? Because we all showed up pretty much.
Well, I was pointing at Trent specifically.
Oh, I noticed.
I know she's.
Oh.
Okay.
So I was going to leave in the night with their money. Got me. Yes.
Well, that's your fault. Honestly, that's your fault.
Did he say what the tenets of his god were that you were pretending to be a follower of or a descendant of?
So there wasn't much known about Valezon. So honestly, you could have made up some of your
Yeah, I was
own.
gonna say I just
You came up with the tenets. Why was he following this god if he didn't even know the tenets? Did he say why?
Oh, he was kind of following me first.
But the god was real, so at some point the name Velazon must have come up. Presuming you did.
I read it in a book once.
No. So he did know Valezon before. It had been passed down in his family, but it was very, very vague because all of the stuff was 3,000 years old. So,
Gotcha.
you
I
know,
Yeah, I
read
think
it
we
in a
he
book.
got a
established that.
name and an adversary of Rodin, and pretty much a reason for why his people existed, and that's it. Was to stop
So-
Rodin.
So he didn't have much at all
Hmm.
until apparently he started talking to Valezin.
Yeah, last night
Ah,
or yesterday.
Yeah.
wait. How did
Wait,
did you know
when
about the
did they find
portal?
out I was a fraud?
Yeah. So what happened was he came to the portal, right? He knew that they were trying to do something weird, and it felt kind of strange. So he put the symbol on it, same as they put the symbol on for Royant, Fortuna, because that's what they do. They see something weird and they put the symbol on it. And
Amazing.
Something weird and put the symbol on it. Yep.
That's how it works.
they were
Sounds about right.
able to make contact with Velizon there. And Velizon was
okay.
able to tell of the Azamars, one of them, which would be able to probably heal vampires, and that's all Velizon knew at the time, basically, and the child of his, basically.
So again, how does it necessarily find out I was a fraud?
I
I think
mean,
it was just running.
yeah, you could go with like, no, I ran away because things were.
Really great. God told me
But-
to.
But
I had to
let's
leave.
just put it this way.
A little crazy, like even for me, I just
But Velizon mentioned one child and it wasn't you, so that's kind of awkward. But I guess you could try to convince Luther. I don't know. That's your look at it.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm just trying to. I don't know if you would actually know this, so feel free to shoot down. But when, so it was basically relatively recently that they've actually gone into contact with.
Yeah, like pretty much after you left, that was the people that you would have seen.
So they turned around in like a day. Yeah. Okay. And what about you, Mr. Trent? How do you know Luther? And what do you make of his? What do you both make of his character?
Well, we were associates in a rather noble position of the court. Were
Of the Versailles?
you don't know that?
He is. He
oh,
has
Have we
admitted that
established that? I don't remember.
he.
So you want to know where you're from, I guess? If you're human, you could have been from the Raciel, and it would have made it easier to be able to contact Luther and stuff, but it's
No,
ultimately up to you.
I think. Oh, sorry.
I
I
also
was
asking-
going off. Yeah, I think he was asking how I knew that, and I was going off the fact that Luther was a vampire, and they could only be nobility.
Yeah, I
Not
was wondering, like,
necessarily.
have we already said? Has Trent ever out loud established himself as Versailles? Because he's like not going to confirm that.
I don't think so, but Luther did call you a vampire. However, I don't know if anyone noticed.
I think it's more fun if we didn't.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
There was a lot last night. We didn't catch
I don't-
everything.
I don't
Yeah.
remember him actually saying that out loud, or else I think Trent would have said something.
You
But
did,
we're
you
all
did
very
actually. I remember
tired.
watching the VOD because it was like, you were like, how do I deal with this thing? And then Luther was like, I'm worried about this myself. My friend here and I were converted or whatever. I don't know. And you were like, let's
Oh.
not talk about it out loud. And then no one said anything. And now apparently no one.
said anything. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
So
we were all kind of vibing.
Yeah, exactly. So
Everyone was a little busy thinking.
we're
Yeah.
making anything. Okay. How did you word your question again, Rebecca?
I said, basically, you said we were of similar noble circles, and I said of the Versailles,
Okay.
with like a questioning look on my face. As
Yeah.
he has admitted he was a vampire.
Yes, he admitted he was a vampire.
All right. Did you know him well? Did you talk to him a lot? I mean, what is your judgment of his character? You seemed quite mad at him when did he double cross you in some way?
Actually,
let
yeah.
me just say that he held me down and tattooed my hand. So I feel like if you want to know something about this
That's not as
character,
important as what happened to me.
I believe that is a strong judgment of character, although more
Yeah.
corroborating sources, especially from someone who maybe knew him in his home territory, such as a fellow Versailles noble.
DM, how much did we associate beyond that?
Like
Other
I
than
said,
just,
so like you basically came to him asking for power, and he was like, "Oh, a pawn, perfect." He was like, "Yes, I will give you power,
Good,
and you
good.
will be powerful. You will be one of the greatest vampires ever. Or not really, but like you will be,
Yeah.
you'll be one of the greatest species ever. You'll be
Yeah,
able
we
to
just
suck
turned
blood
out-
from
yeah,
stuff."
sure, great. Yeah,
And then he turned
yeah,
you, and then you went
yeah.
on your trip, and then that was that.
Yeah.
Also, another quick question about timelines. In my mind, I ran away like a year.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. That
All right.
in my head.
Trent has a series of flashbacks in his. Hey, we didn't really talk much. You don't really the associates. Anyway. And he left me to die, so honestly, I couldn't give less of a shit what happens to him. So.
All right, sounds like a very untrustworthy character, all in all.
Yeah.
Yes, I rather.
Except.
Except?
He's kind of important. And it is cool that we have someone important who's cool with us. Right.
But do we really have him if he is both inconsiderate with consent and
And also like a
backstabbed
loser.
you and left you to die?
I mean,
Okay.
backstabbings happen. It's a noble
No,
I mean, you're not incorrect, actually, but it's something to take into account.
thing. Like, actually, this is kind of normal bullshit.
Did he? Did the Brazil have kings? What's up with that?
Yeah, what's that
They have leaders essentially, kind of like a council.
Did he like sell you out for a political gain? Did he?
We're
make
gonna say that
false-
one's pretty apt. That's pretty apt.
Okay.
Actually.
Then it is. Well, we know that he is at least fanatical and willing to restart a war
He's
for
also kind of a
something
weirdo.
who one would expect. The very fact that he sent an assassination when our two countries were at the brink of peace and risked restarting an entire war.
It's a very dumb
Which-
plan, isn't it?
as we know now, is kind of underway fully.
Yes, quite. And in the heart of oh fuck, what's the country called? I'm sorry, my mind blanked.
Galaran.
Galaran, yes. And in the heart of Galaran, quite close to the capital, an entire army has been unleashed. Which, as much as he claims, is for defense. I know my history's armies
It's not good.
very easily turn to offense no matter the promises of their leaders.
I teach you.
Now, I'm not saying that the visions we got were good or promising, or nor do I say I know what is going on, but between Fortuna and Trent's accounts, as well as what I have seen of his character, I do not trust him either in the sense that he seems like someone who leaps before knowing what is really going on and is also quite fanatical and risk a lot of death to accomplish his way.
Yeah. So let's kill him.
I unfortunately do not believe that would solve our problems.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
But then be stuck on this other planet. Back and not exactly likes the idea of
Me either.
By the way, Miss Fortuna, I have now heard you referred to by several names. I am not asking for anything beyond which one you would prefer.
whatever floats your boat.
All right, I will stick to Miss Fortuna.
Birch is like, I will call you water.
I will call you Water.
I'll take it.
I will call you Water.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, that seems like a moment for a plot to move on, unless you guys
Yeah.
want
I
to.
think it's
Yeah.
I haven't quite decided which
we
plot I want to
should
move on.
Wait.
get prepped up and
Oh,
go
okay, you
talk
guys move in it.
to
Yes, good.
the man upstairs.
Yes.
And
What's
I'll
up, Trent?
go to my room.
Bethany. Oh,
Yo.
sorry. You can get ready. I just wanted to know. This seems like we will follow your lead, whichever way you would like. I
All right.
did recently, and like a flash of. It's just a quick flash of an emotion crosses her face. It's too fast to even really tell what it is. I did recently come into a power that can, if it is successful, compel someone to tell the truth. Let me know if you would like me to attempt such a thing.
That could be useful.
So
Do not
I'll
push
keep that in
or
mind,
gun.
Sugar. Thank you for letting me know.
Yes, right.
I hate to drill this. Not to get personal on stream. Did a grandmother forgot that apparently that I can't respond to her messages.
Oh,
Had a scene plan.
Sure,
have
we can
that?
have that.
oh
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna-
so to explain for the stream,
Yeah, you
because
take what you
I
need to.
I muted the audio. Fortuna has to go away for a little bit, so we're just gonna do a scene real quick with Trent and Bethany.
Good luck,
I
B.
think we'll find.
I'm not sure when I'll be able to come back because the time I talk to her, it lasts like 30 minutes an hour. So
Yeah,
We'll figure
Well, if
something
we
out.
finish, we'll kind of just
take your
do
time.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
we'll
can
vibe.
tell her
We'll
that
talk
you
about
go poop.
physics again.
we'll find.
We'll
Then
talk
we'll go off
about
on
physics
physics
again.
What did Bryce say?
Oh, me? I said you can tell her that you need to go poop, and then you can end the conversation.
there we go.
Oh no,
okay.
my stomach
we
hurts.
go.
I need to leave.
Ciao. Take it easy.
All right. Have good luck.
So I'm just gonna be in my room preparing sort of stuff. I think it's more of your moment, so I think I'll let you take the initiative.
Because I was gonna say Trent's just like in a room in like the dining hall or something, just fucking with shit. And I, if you want to walk.
Okay,
into that,
I do have a question about the scene real quick.
Yeah.
So to be clear, Bethany's a sorcerer, correct?
Yep,
Sorcerers are born with magical power, right?
that's correct.
Okay. Other people in D&D can learn magical power,
Yep.
but it's not quite the same way as a sorcerer does it. So this would be like someone who has a good ear explaining pitch to someone that has a bad ear, kind of. Like you can't really learn it the same way. You have to do some other things.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
That's entirely the thing. Okay, I think I know how to like attack this. Okay, Bethany's getting ready. Trent's already ready. Trent got fully ready and dressed before even coming down to breakfast. It's gonna be like a knock on the door.
Yeah, come on in.
Very good that you invited me. Comes in, because it's like, well, wake up. Is magic different for you? Have you tried anything?
I cast prestidigitation and make a little flame. Six a couple sparks.
I was thinking about if I wanted to make magic slightly different. And for divine sorcerer, let's just say the
I'm
flame
not
is a little.
divine.
Oh,
I'm dragon.
oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. Okay, so still, I want to say fire here. It's a little bit bigger than you were expecting. Like you almost burn your hair or something.
Yeah. But same fundamentals. Like I can
Yeah,
make
yeah.
magic.
Yeah, so you make the flame. It's just bigger here.
Yeah, it seems to be about the same. Same fundamentals.
Trent
What's up?
writing shit down. I don't really know how to break this. Well, heard me earlier. Sorry for being a little fervent. This is fascinating to me. Things are different here. Trying to figure it out. Magic is interesting because I don't have a lot of experience with it yet. um, I've been
Trent,
what? What?
you been trying to use magic?
I learning magic, yes. Very good at learning.
And you need a little help.
No. Yes. No. Why? Why? So,
Mr. Trent, you need a little help. All you need to do is ask.
like anything else, you can learn it, study it, figure it out. Enough books. Fine. I haven't had a lot of books lately. How would you describe what you do?
That's
Like, to make it clear, like,
gonna do it.
yeah,
It's
doing
like,
magic is as easy as like breathing. Like, you wouldn't know how to describe breathing to someone else.
I think we need to start more with like with your end of things. Because
Okay.
you're like, I'm guessing I would have heard of like being among elves. Like probably there are people in my town who knew like a little bit of magic, like
Mhm.
like a couple spells here and there. And so I would kind of say, I think I know the kind of thing you're doing, and I think, oh,
No, I mean, it's just study. And I've seen it. You just have to learn it. Like anything else, like physics, like gravity, or like all these other things. You just have to learn it. There are rules, structures, applications.
yeah, all
And
right.
all you have to
Is there a table in the room?
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll just kind of go over to the table and pull up a chair and just kind of motion to Trent to come join me.
Right, he will come join.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. And I kind of reach into my bag and I pull out my amber, set it on the table, and I pull out my tinder box, and I
Okay.
pull out some tinder, like a lump of it, and just kind of separate some of it and set it down on the table. And I look at
Okay.
Trent.
Right.
You're gonna light that on fire.
Oh no, I can't do
It's just a little bit of magic.
right. All right, Trent's going to. All right, he's as pushing aside the like I'm going to look like an idiot if I don't do this right.
Would
Anxiety.
you not?
um, going to just do the like and concentrate and just like think really hard about all the theory that he's been reading and like
And I'm gonna watch Trent. I'm gonna focus on his face and just kind of watch him.
yeah he's kind of muttering and he's kind of doing something
Yeah.
and yeah what did you say
Sorry.
something?
I'm just thinking exactly how I want to resolve this.
Mr. Trent, can I see your book there?
Is his notebook and he's like what in it?
You've been writing down all your magic stuff in there, ain't you?
Yes.
I just recall when we had a little bit of talk earlier, you were pretty interested in my bit of magic. Do you mind if I sort of got it?
He like slides it across the table.
I'm gonna try and make heads or tails of this.
Does Trent write in like common, I guess, or Raciel, or
Trent writes in common and in actually I want to establish his handwriting, though I don't think anybody else would care.
Nope.
His handwriting, you might have expected something like flowery and like a script, but it's very boxy. Like it's very practical. Like it's almost like all the letters are like perfect squares.
Yeah.
And in like all caps. Like it's just like, and it's just matter of fact notes about shit. And it's just it's just notes. It's just notes, and it's annotated, and it's like dog-eared, and it's a nerd notes.
19 minus 2. I've rolled 17 on an intelligence check.
Oh,
You
fuck.
have Arcana out of curiosity?
No, I don't.
Oh, F.
Yeah, Trent.
I don't know what magic is, but I know magic, but I don't know academic magic.
Yeah. Valid.
Like
And so I'm
wizard
guessing
shit.
I'm trying to know what I'm trying to get from this is see it's like if I like see like
Translate it.
patterns and like I know sort of writing and like concepts that I can might parse from this and just right. Mr. Trent, I think I know your problem.
What?
And I take the book and I snap it shut
Oh no.
and I toss it over onto the bed gently.
Look.
Mr. Trent, I'm sure you are aware magic kind of is different for me, right?
Yes. Part of this.
There was a day that it was like waking up and all of a sudden the world was like in a different color.
I kind of
And
think I actually know what.
I found it out, but I still had to figure stuff out. You know, there was still very much a growing pains process of learning magic. And I think you, Mr. Trent, have the exact opposite problem that I did. And I
What?
think you're overthinking it. You got too much in that brain. You're smart, Mr. Trent. You're very smart,
Well, I know that.
but
You
you're
don't have to tell me
overthinking
that.
things.
How so?
See this here Tinder,
Right.
right?
Right.
See, I look at this. Of course, I
Okay.
see Tinder. But it's a little more than that, Mr. Trent. You see,
I want to
what is the
know
Tinder?
while you're explaining this, like Trent sort of instinctively patted for his book, but it wasn't there,
Yeah.
and he like put his hand back.
I want you to close your eyes, Mr. Trent. And I reach across, I grab my amber, and I kind of like fold it. And as he's patting around, I kind of put it on his hand and kind of fold his hands around it. Now that Tinder there, you remember where it is?
Okay.
Now, what's a Tinder made out of?
I know this, but I have
It's
forgotten
like
it.
dried wood and such,
Yeah, it's
right?
like it's dried, charred wood, dry, easy to set alight.
Now, in that wood,
Okay.
there is the earth, as
Right.
all plants come from. There's hints of water, not so much no more. But there's always fire there.
You two have.
They're about to fight. I can tell.
Don't worry. Go on.
Mr. Trent, the fire doesn't come from nowhere. It is there. You don't make I don't make fire, Mr. Trent. There is always I feel it. There is magic in the air.
Art stuff.
It is, I'm afraid, Mr. Trent.
Oh God.
Which is why you're having so much trouble. You're getting too caught up in your head stuff, and you got to find the meeting point of these things. You got to think hard on that fire that's in that tinder, and you got to bring it out.
Okay. All right. Okay. Trent's going to begrudgingly find a connection with his unbeating heart.
You take all those formulas, all that brain, all that smart stuff you got kicking around your head, and you apply it.
Apply it. Just have to do
You're
is
using a hammer when you need a wrench, Mr. Trent.
That's not. I think that makes sense. All right. All right. So Trent's going to take Bethany's advice, reach into his cold, dead heart, And I guess, how do we want to resolve this, or does it just happen? Can we just earn this moment?
Yeah.
I do want to point out, I don't think Trent has anything in his spell list that can actually set things on fire.
I
This
was
is
just
before-
thinking,
Yeah,
just
I
like
don't actually
general,
have-
like prestidigitation obviously is minor magic tricks, but I was thinking of this like it's magic to just make a spark of fire,
Yeah, it's
right?
just, it's just
That's kind of
okay.
what I was getting at.
Yeah,
That it's like it's the most base magic of like I can make a spark. Just
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
cause a chemical reaction with your mind.
or it might come out as something else, like a spell you just learned. Less fire. Fire is something part of something. Fire burns. Maybe there's something else that burns that you have.
Maybe he'll cast a spell that makes it soaked with water and ruins the tinder.
Fire.
I guess it's
Um,
also up to how Max interprets it too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Trent's going to try his best to apply
a spark.
a spark.
Yeah. Roll a d20.
Oh boy.
Would he add Arcana?
No, this is just for odds, honestly.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't
Well, then
matter.
this is going to suck. Just an
Hey.
It's not showing up for me. Wait a second. Oh, I need the. Oh, right.
Awesome.
I'm so behind. Okay. Boom. 11. That's odd.
not great.
Do I really want to commit to this? Yeah. Okay. Bethany. Or actually, yeah, Bethany. You feel a little healthier. Gain 1 hit point of temporary hit points.
All right.
You feel healthy. Gain 1 temporary hit point. What did I miss?
I mean, I put my what my thought process was in the chat.
All right.
Didn't want to interrupt.
Mr. Trent,
Wait,
you
what
can open
chat?
your eyes
Oh,
again.
Discord chat.
Actually, I thought of something really funny that I kind of want to happen. I'm gonna write it over to Max real quick to see if we can resolve this. Except for I can't find Max's fucking. Where are you?
Well, Mr. Trent, I think you have indeed cast magic,
Ooh.
Oh.
which is something to celebrate.
Oh.
It is not, however, the desired effect.
Oh. Like he opened his eyes and expected it to be on fire. I sent you an idea. Okay. Okay. I think this is gonna be the fight. It's like, oh, what happened? What happened? Did I miss it?
Not so much. I think you cast a healing spell.
The fuck? No. That's not. No. Okay, he's gonna. Can we do this?
Yeah.
He's going to reach for his book.
Okay. Bethany, make a dexterity check.
You?
No, Bethany.
Let me make a dexterity.
Check or save?
They're going to save, sure. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Ooh hoo hoo. That's gonna be a grand total of 4.
Yeah, a book comes from behind you and softly thunks you in the back.
She's like, it's just like, pump. I gotta mention, I have 15 constitution and 17 strength. It just
Yeah.
bonk. I barely move. But I
Why?
Bethany is like,
Good point.
Mr.
Trent,
Trent,
however, yeah, like it's just like mid, like realizing he was grabbing his book again. It's like, what the fuck? What did you do?
Oh,
I didn't do
yeah.
nothing,
Be
Mr.
away.
Trent.
He's like,
Hold
already
on here.
getting his pages together.
Now, do I kind of recognize what that magic might be? Since
Yeah.
I have a certain
yeah,
handy
you
spell?
Yeah, you know what. Or it's not. Or what did you say?
I was like, do I recognize, like, because I have Mage Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
it
reckon
wasn't-
that was sort of like the beginnings of Mage Hand.
Yeah, because it
It's
wasn't like catapult or anything. It was just mage hand.
the kind of thing I'm getting at is that like sorcerer and wizard, like it's the same energies,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
but it's like it's different ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas and so I'm just kind of like, all right, Mr. Trent, and I wave my hand, and a spectral hand kind of floats up,
That's Mage Hand, yes.
and I snatch my my spell focus back.
Okay.
I want you to take this back.
I can try that one. Alright. Trent's going to try to cast Mage Hand.
Alright, now roll an Arcana check.
Wait,
But-
what am I rolling?
Arcana
Arcana.
check.
Oh, roll an Arcana. Oh, I just have that.
It's plus
I
3.
I would hope
That's
so.
all.
I hope someone in our group has Arcana, because I don't.
No, but I
Trent
do
is
have
our brain cell.
Trent's brain cell's not working good today, though.
Oh.
It's
Can I
not.
have advantage? Can I have the advantage?
Oh, do you not have proficiency
No.
in
No.
Arcana? Oh boy.
Okay.
Let's see.
Never
What's the
mind.
most interesting thing that could happen?
That's the most interesting thing that could happen.
So you try to cast Mage Hand, getting the same feelings, but like a little spark of fire appears on the book.
Oh shit, Trent!
Immediately pats it out, and then like it's like on the floor, and he just kind of like collapses a little bit.
I ain't having that. I'm down there and I pick him up by the shoulders, like just like thump, like a cat. I just
No.
stand him up, Mr. Trent.
What?
This is fantastic.
It's a mess. My notes. My notes.
Mr. Trent,
What?
did you cast magic yesterday?
Almost. No.
And here we are. So, and I hand Mr. Trent my tinder box and say, "Beep it up."
Kind of cool.
Okay. So I think that's enough for Bethany and Trent. Let's see.
We had our that was great. I like. Thank you for doing the book thing.
That was so goddamn cute.
That was good.
Let's see. What could advance
I'm
the
glad that
plot
worked out.
without...
D is still caught. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Give me just a minute to think. You guys talk among yourselves, real quick.
Yeah.
I guess Trent and Bethany can continue their scene for a second. Let's see.
don't
I don't
think
have
there's much
anything else other than
Yeah.
just accept the
Yeah.
box. Just like take his notes that are all just like everywhere and just like kind of quickly leave, but like he's a little excited, but he is very eager.
Stop
to
briefly at the doorway.
Are
and then just
Birch
keep
and
going.
Aurora still downstairs?
I would assume, unless they went
Yeah.
to their rooms.
I think. Hey, Bert, you want to talk about privacy?
Sure.
Let's teach Birch privacy.
Okay, so Birch, obviously you have your culture, and that's fine. But I do think we need to talk about privacy and respecting boundaries. And I know I highly prize my own, and I feel like at the very least, Mr. Trent and Miss Fortuna do as well. Hey!
Hi, I'm back.
There we go.
Welcome.
Yeah, as Aurora is talking to Birch, a tiefling comes by and sits down at your table. Says,
Is the one we know or a new
no,
one?
a new one. It's like,
Oh, okay.
you must be from that portal. You must be from that portal. I bet you're from that off-world?
Hello.
Birch is like,
Where did I
that one.
hold up real quick? Where did I go during this situation? Am I still there, just not talking, or?
Yeah, you can still be there if you want.
We just cut back to Aurora and
Yeah.
first, so it was mostly these two in the room. So you didn't miss much.
Yeah, Trent and I had our
Oh,
little magic moment.
It's
Yes,
very
cool.
cute. I will timestamp it for you later if you want to go
Very
Wonderful.
charming.
It was
Can
adorable.
we
Bethany.
help you?
Yeah, so are you from here? Because you're like us, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
I'm from here.
No, wait.
I don't recognize
It's
you, but
always fun to have a compulsive liar.
You recognize everyone on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from elsewhere.
elsewhere. Okay. Yeah, but what's your family line?
Traveling. What?
Your family line.
I was adopted. I do not know my family line.
That's so sad. You can't trace your lineage to the Great Victors?
Not that I've tried, but I imagine that's my lineage or righteous.
Yeah, well.
I'm so sorry.
If I had to wager a guess.
Sure.
My name is, and she hesitates for just a second. Aurora. Could I have your name, sir? And could you explain what exactly are you talking about as visitors?
Yeah, my name is Mailton. Is this your pet? And he points to Perch.
No, this
They
was
are
a
fully
person.
formed person.
Wow, your planet's so interesting.
I am Birch. I am not your pet.
Yeah, so how many people have you killed?
I don't see why that's any of your business.
What?
Well, I usually have someone buy me a drink before I start talking about murder. Do you have?
No, not murder. Your planet, it's like ours, right? Like people fight to the death and then come back, and it's really cool.
Come back?
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, yes. Do they come back when they fight?
well, here they do.
Well, no, I was.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Get right.
Birch is like, you can kill an animal and it comes back as dinner.
Whoa, that's
I
pretty
have
cool.
an important question for you.
Yes.
Actually, is everyone? I couldn't help but see a lot of people going through that portal. Is everyone under the impression that people come back miraculously when they are killed?
Well,
Just
I would
without-
assume that our goddess would not bring back their dead, but their goddess might. I don't know. But either way, we want to win because that's what matters.
So,
And
what is our interest? That other.
Well, they're the followers of Radin, and we got to prove that our god's better.
here it is. Here it is.
God football. The God Super Bowl begins.
God's
And
I mean, Rodin sucks. Ballsy gods.
Sure, but ours is the best. So ours doesn't suck.
Got lucky are now on power trip.
People who got lucky? No. They're divine beings. They were here from the beginning.
Divine being.
What? Where did you learn this stuff? What family did you grow up with?
Perfect.
I raised myself, so I formed these ideas.
Oh wow, that is a true warrior's upbringing. Amazing.
Yes, it is.
So I'm sorry, Malton. I'm going to interrupt again.
Don't want to hear about how wondrous the bloodline is of my family?
No, I'm not quite that interested.
No, actually.
So that Velix Zahn is the best, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
And has Velix Zahn proved their worth against other gods before, or would this be the first time that they are going through such a portal?
Well, Raden has been here ravaging our lands for a long time, but we were able to hold him off with the power of Velizon, and now's the time to take it to his planet.
Wouldn't it be better to keep the door closed as it was such and prevent?
Raden holds power over all of the doors, though. He could always return, and he will.
Oh, the knowledge that I have on the war, that's pretty. But generally, the ones who are not fighting on their turf are the losers.
Yes, but well, it's very hard whenever you don't have interstellar travel anymore, and we were unable to hold back the tide of Raden's followers.
So is that portal in the city? Is that your only way to get to Raden's realm?
Yes, of course, Raden opened it. We were just apparently able to take it.
So if it were to close again, in a horrible tragedy.
Yes, we would have to wait until Raden returned, but we may be able to rout out his armies that are left here for now.
He has armies here.
Yes.
Currently.
Yes, they've been fighting us for 3,000 years.
And yet the doors have been closed. I don't believe I have some knowledge of Raden, although I am but a visitor. I I I do not believe that the place where the portal goes through has been in contact with anyone on this fine planet.
That's probably pretty likely. It does seem like they've established a foothold here. Raden was here, and we haven't been able to make contact with our fellow line. I don't know what they're called, but they look like us apparently. I think I saw some earlier in the museum. And we haven't been able to make contact with them, so I imagine that Raden has kept the doors closed for a long time, as long as he's been here, until now.
So, wouldn't that army that you sent through be better off? I don't know.
Fighting the bastards here.
Dealing with the people who have actually caused harm here. Has anyone actually died if you all come back?
Yes, they have whenever Raden was here, we were not able to raise our dead.
And how long has that not been the case?
Well, no, you misunderstand. We fight battles here, and we rack up kills, as you will, but they're brought back because they're among families here and our peoples. But on the war front, if you die, then you die.
I'm so sorry for my ignorance, good sir. Where exactly is this war front if this portal has just opened?
We are well far away from that in the main city here, but in many weeks' travel and across the sea is where Raden's people have been. But if it's true that Raden has left, then I doubt that they will last very long.
Yes, this is all common knowledge.
Yes, quite. I look at Birch.
Birch is like,
Okay, Birch, do you? Never mind. I will ask you later.
All right, he was ready to roll.
I
come clattering down.
Can I try to pickpocket him?
Yeah, you can. Sure.
Bethany comes in just in time to see Fortuna
Just rip a man off. Just
All right,
So-
make a sleight of hand check.
Right.
do it.
Now's my time to shine.
Come on. Come on.
Hey!
All right, so it's hard to tell where their pockets are, but you figured out. You figured out eventually, and actually, I guess it would be similar to tiefling fashion.
I do like the little like tail whip as I walk by. Like I was just being like free. And instead I'm like taking the pocket.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you do pick up a pouch, but if you open the pouch, you notice that there's some metals in there. They're kind of silvery, but you don't recognize the currency.
That's fine.
That's fine. It's currency.
It is an
Okay.
amount.
Money is money.
It's money. All right. I guess Trent comes downstairs
Yeah,
now.
so it was very nice meeting you. I am going to escort these fine folks around these, get them to know our wonderful people.
I did have a one last question. Where is this museum you spoke of?
Any points, or he talks about the area that you were in with bellies on and stuff.
Oh, the planet place?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I guess I called it a temple before, and that's probably more accurate. But you know, temple museum thing.
As we walk away,
What's
far enough
that?
away from our little turn to Aurora, I say, "What the fuck was all of that?"
No, it does not bode well that they. I am highly concerned now that they will do wanton slaughter because they do not think people die.
No. They die on the war front. Says they do die.
They did not seem to have great concern for whether their gods would bring them back.
Well, that's war. I don't know what's being
Hmm.
discussed, but I mean that's war.
There is a difference between war. Yes, hello. There is a difference between war and killing farmers in their fields.
Now that's
Yeah,
war.
That is definitely
A little
war. I
less.
don't know, like, what you, but Galaron a full. I mean,
So how
I'm
did
feeling
they
up
fail?
both,
Yeah. Yes, but there is still a limit. Even it's not pretty or worth it in any extent.
As the princess says, there's a limit. A limit.
She glares at you.
Anyways, apparently the followers of Rodin have been over here 1,000 years fighting across the sea. Now portal closed and now it's open again and Rodin isn't here anymore. Fuck if I know what has
I
fuck is
have heard nothing of this in my histories. As far as I know, the Galaron have not been in contact with some galaxy-spanning army menacing the Tiefling homeworld.
and as far as I knew, I was a prophet for a dead god. A fake prophet.
It's all news to me.
I was making shit up as I went.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
did quite well.
Finally, convinced him long enough.
I am concerned that. Well, I think this.
Quick thing
Yes.
though. I was thinking as he was saying about the portal. Or was he trying to turn me fucking portal? Was he going to rip me open? Is that what his plan was?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Who the
Yeah,
hell were
that's
you
what I
just
thought.
talking to?
A random. No, I think she's talking about Lucifer. But
Yeah,
that was.
Oh.
I take a second to explain the very odd conversation we had with Mulfam.
You recount the conversation. Ah.
and then I have that sort of light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a
No,
lot.
I agree with Trent. We kill him.
Not
I
yet. Not in
think.
cold blood.
Okay.
But wait,
Here's the way I see it.
I remember now. I changed my mind on that because he might be.
I don't know how connected he is here. If he has also been. Do we even know if he's landed on his feet?
That's a good question. We
Don't
should
know
go
if
ask
it's
him.
I believe Bethany.
Whatever
wished
we
to
do, I would like
yes.
to suggest that we stop using cold-blooded murder as a go-to solution.
This is quite true.
Oh.
However,
And I'm sorry, Sugar. What were you saying?
if that portal truly is the only connection to the other world, if we could get through it and close it in some fashion, hopefully, if the soldiers have gone back through, though I do not know how we would manage such a thing,
Well, disconnected from the
that
main
could
arm.
be one potential solution that would not involve murder.
If we
As
disconnect
far
the
as I
murder
can
from that-
tell, our worlds were doing fine being not connected in such a way, especially if the connections are only being used to send armies through from either side. Sounds like these connections can be dangerous, and I don't know what my. It's been a long few days, and I don't know exactly what they're saying about Radin, or if I believe any of it, but if it does hold a grain of truth, then I can only see finding some way to shut down this way of violence between the worlds as being a good thing. Maybe that's a drastic solution, but it seems at the very
Maybe.
least not that I would have the first idea of how to close such a thing.
Well,
And it still leaves us with an army on the wrong side of it.
once again, there's a place we can get a little more answers out of.
Yes,
that
let's
we
go
know
talk
of.
to Luther first.
No, I rather believe she was talking about someone a little more well connected.
That's right, big guy. Right. Let's go. Let's go see what the end goal of all this is.
Yes. Bethany, we are behind you 100%.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, do my best to walk out as leisurely as possible.
Literally just like arms out.
Yes, me, the leader.
This
That's
particular
because
conversation is yours to do.
How much longer are we gonna go for?
Usually an hour, but it can change. So
How are you feeling?
No, just because I can probably go for like a half hour.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can end in
Alright.
30 minutes.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. Let's maybe not launch into a big scene, but let's like get there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
Walking through the streets now that it is daytime
Make a-
again,
Let's make a plan if we wanted to.
or rather
like, end
morning.
up getting there.
I actually
Does
think I
anybody-
would like to see the Bethany would probably like to see kind of the hustle and bustle.
Yeah,
the
so a
mall.
lot of people are
Maybe
staring
not
at you guys with one tiefling and a bunch of off-worlders.
Is there? Did we pass a market on our way,
Ooh.
There's a market a little.
or is there one that
You
like
can
as
see it
we're
from the
walking
end.
along and we
Yeah.
can see a market?
Yeah, you can see one from the end.
Well, I've got some money.
Yeah, Bethany will like zook, whoop.
Oh.
We're gonna go
I have some currency.
Oh, how
Oh.
did you get that?
I'm not gonna ask questions.
It's
Um,
the best.
Can I see it? Is it made of gold?
Like silver.
Looks like silver.
Can Trent take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Anyone
that's
have a
the thing, which
forgery
of course
kit?
allows Trent to like snatch up a coin.
I hold it. Let you look.
All right. And he like tries to grab it, and she's like, "No." All right, fine. Let Trent will, however, like she's like holding it, and he will like try to like grab her hand to like tilt it. They're just
And
being
I
like
just like keep making it.
petty back
Oh
and
my
forth.
god.
And they finally just like throws it down. It's like, it looks like silver to me. Whatever.
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
a coin, and it has a
What
picture,
is the
or it
coin
has a
for?
little marking that looks like Velly's on it.
I was almost imagining like Ganka like the Norse had like an old currency. It was just like bits of metal. That was like, yeah,
Yeah.
worth this
Yeah.
much.
It's
Mm.
the right quantity of the ore.
Exactly.
I do
Goddamn.
wonder. I wonder if gold is even valued here. If we could trade any of our current currency, or if it would be pointless to try.
Hack
Um,
silver. That's what it was called.
Hmm.
I'm into like, I don't know. Can we go up to a vendor and like?
Yeah. it's like-
Bethany's already. Bethany is located like the nearest like person who is selling like meat or foods or like spices, and is
Yeah.
just like fascinated and is probably like immediately engaged with whoever's selling them about like the properties and like what is the how to cook things, what are the spices, how does it spice, like how does it flavor
Yeah,
things.
and
Whole new
he's
planet.
he's kind of weirded out because like it's like explaining pepper to someone, but they are completely different from different plants and stuff, and he allows you to
Imagine
like
we get
smell
that
them.
one guy that loves to cook, and he's like, "You've made his
I
like."
got you.
And especially if it's a spice place, I'm going to like pull up the spicings that I have and be like, check this out.
Oh,
And just
wow!
like I'm sort of
Oh,
looking to like
no, it's
engage, be like
trading.
little like like you test salt, you fucking like dip your finger and like put on the tongue just to get like a little bit of like and just like back and forth with that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
he
hey,
seems very, very open to the idea of trading because that is very valuable. What you have, as it is
All
I
right.
do wonder. I do wonder if, because salt is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like.
Oh yeah,
Salt's
salt would.
seems
pretty
like it would-
universal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's
Other
a.
herbs, yes. But salt seems like it would be.
Oh, salt is very
More
rare
invasive.
on this planet,
Okay.
so
Salt is
it's
what?
like
I
you
probably
have
don't have a whole lot of salt, but
very rare, or at least it seems like it from the way that he seems amazed that you have what you have.
I imagine
Their
like
food
salt
must
is
suck.
very plausible on another planet just because it is a mineral.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the word I was looking for. I'm not a plant.
which immediately means I'm gonna have some very fun, troubling DM questions, which is, what is the diet like on this world? What is the spicings? Do
Like
they
on this
have like
world.
a very
So-
heavily spiced diet?
It's mostly meat.
World built for us.
Yeah, I totally built the world up this much. Yeah. So
You do have a cook.
yeah, I have to spend some time on
It's
this
like, am I
later,
looking
but-
at like
Establish that
like
vampire. Hey, wait. You did establish that Trent can eat the food, which means it has unique properties. So we need to
Mhm.
establish what about this world's cooking translates to consuming blood on another planet.
I'm more kind of like
Very heavy in iron.
maybe even like just general like kind of like I'm imagining like
No, I
Europe,
wanted
like
molecular.
Western Europe, very northern West Europe, sort of like very bland herbal, or am I looking at like more like Greek, like Middle Eastern, like
Okay,
heavily
okay,
spiced yogurt and stuff?
Indian.
Yeah.
So, I think what made it edible for Trent is a specific spice that they call firelight, and it's red, and it comes from a plant that incorporates a lot of the sun's energy into its spice.
I would like to say that maybe it is incredibly heavy in iron. Like that's literally what it is. Like it is
Well-
just like raw iron.
Oh,
produced
yeah, I guess
crystal
it could
flow.
also be that as well. I'm just thinking because the sunlight doesn't hurt you here, that it also like, and
I
that's
am
what
also-
the vampires basically turned to replace with their vampirism on the world that they were missing from normal food. So the spice
I am
kind of helps with
curious.
that.
About what?
How a plant incorporates sunlight more than the normal, photosynthesis level.
It's a different sun.
Well-
It's magic.
It's
Yeah,
very
it incorporates the
I'm
magic
imagining
level.
like it almost looks like glowing. Like,
Yeah, it
paprika.
glows with sunlight, magic power. Okay.
Everyone shut up.
You're joking, I'm
real
writing that down.
biology here.
I want to hear more about the biology.
Wolves don't
Yeah,
bark. They
so-
do in this world now.
I want to
So-
discuss.
What kind of like taxonomic system, like animals, like
So
You know, I'm
most
just kind
of
of like
them-
trying to get ahead, and I would like to sort of like exchange these spices and get some of these spices, especially for cooking for Trent, which I make apparent. It's just like, hey, you can eat this.
yeah.
Um,
If I bring it along, I'll buy
No, you
some of
don't-
it.
So firelight is very common
Hey, you
on
don't
this
know that
planet.
Trinch
Wait, what?
can't eat.
yeah, you
Yeah,
still don't
that's
know the
true.
trend.
Okay,
You
Um,
don't know.
So it is
yeah,
one
but
of,
you didn't like my stuff.
but it is a spice that looks very enticing, as it literally lights up with like magic almost. There's another spice.
Is he giving out free samples? Can we like get a taste of this shit?
Well, since
would
Bethany
imagine-
allowed him to taste the
Yeah.
salt, he
It's-
allows
even
Bethany.
if like again, just like a dab on
Yeah.
the finger.
Yeah,
It's-
just like
It's very
disgusting-
spicy.
Like disgusting medieval
Spicy?
practices. Of,
Yeah, it's like
literally
it's like
everyone just,
eating a flame almost.
Ooh, I
It's
like that.
disgusting, but
Yeah, it's not quite the same as spicy. It's got
Okay.
like it almost feels like what you're eating is hot, even though it's room temperature.
And to clarify what I meant by the disgusting,
it's
it's not
not
like doing it,
capsaicin. It's
but like we
fine.
all just do it one after another. Like
Oh.
it's like, oh, come over here and taste this, and so we all just like
Yeah.
lick our fingers.
Just try the fire like.
No.
It's the old times. It's a bucket of spice, man. It's gonna kill anything that's in there. That
There's
shit.
no germs in Dungeons and Dragons.
There's no germs in Dungeons and Dragons.
That's right.
Germs
Biker
are-
biology is a
Listen.
lie.
It's okay.
If
If anyone
there's-
gets sick, I can get lesser
If there's a
restoration.
if there's a heavily spiced diet, that probably means they eat meat whenever the hell they want to, and the spice just kills anything.
Yeah. They don't have enough salt. Yeah, probably. Hey, I'm gonna project that the fucking vampire spice thing also has curing properties in the same
Yeah.
salt does.
Yeah. The more you want to give
Yeah.
me in terms of science, that'll work.
So I'm gonna buy a bunch of this and trade some of my spices for it to hopefully bring the price down. And I'm gonna ask.
Well, you don't.
You take-
So whenever he looks at the gold, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, do you take this?
I have no idea what that is, but it does look unique and kind of collectible. So, we'll see what we can do.
All
That's
right.
a stranger from
Totally
another
unique.
fucking world. I'll take it. I'll
Yeah.
take your
Yeah,
Fuck
it is from another
I
world.
should have showed him copper.
I only
This
have
one's
10
more
gold.
Uh,
Yeah. So he'll
Can
take.
Bert ask where's their hunting grounds?
Yeah, of course. So, we have a forest not that long from here where the hunters generally go, and we also have the sea.
The sea.
The sea. That's right. And then we have a farm, a little bit south of here, and the farmers take care of it. It's kind of interesting how that works out.
Can Bert start trying to draw a map and like confirm with this shop?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
the
Although I feel
surround-
like he would just like look around and hand you a map, but
Oh,
but I haven't made a map yet because that's not what I've done. So you'll have to
Yeah,
get
but
collect it next
map.
time.
just you'll have to remind us what it is, but
Bert has map now.
Birch has map now.
So in any case, I would just like to purchase and trading the nondescript spices I have, just spices, the cured meat from this planet specifically, and
Mhm.
maybe some like fruit and veg that looks
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we can go over specifics later, but you do in fact collect.
I want to
many-
joke that garlic is poisonous to them. And you accidentally give them some, and that will be something that comes up later.
It's just like lactose intolerance.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Let's
accidentally-
go with
fine.
that.
You're accidentally giving them the shit fruit.
Well,
This
they're
is-
taking spices from the other world. Like they're running their own roulette.
Yeah, they know what they're getting into.
This is not a secret.
You're not Jolene. What's your cat's name? The Siamese.
Lotus.
Lotus.
My other friend has another Siamese named Jolene. I messed up. I'm sorry, Lotus. I called.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't.
Never forgive you
Oh
now.
no.
Never forget.
Okay. Yeah, so you get some spices of variety.
I tried to find a jewel.
So, did you find these on Lotera? Is that where you guys are from?
Maybe.
Uh, no, we were from Raw Terra,
Oh, from
but I'm like from here, I think.
Radin's
It's
planet.
weird.
Don't. But anyway,
Where
it's
exactly is Lotera? I'm sorry, we're not terribly familiar with
Oh,
the times that you.
if you wait till
you-
nighttime, it should be one of the brightest stars. If you look north, it should be one of the brightest stars in the
furiously writing this
constellation.
As he
And-
says, if you look
You know the
north,
sky?
Bethany immediately looks north.
Yeah.
no,
It's
it's too.
she's gonna see it now.
Velizon is too bright, right now, so you can't see it. But it is
Wait,
said Velizon, not the god, his son. You know, I mean, it is him, kind of like the
Ah.
two, whatever.
Yes,
So
I
I'm
understand.
loving Bethany's like internal like Trent was back there trying to like do some sort of like shadow measuring, and Bethany's just like
He pointed.
like a bit of metal that got lodged in her skull when she was young.
Everyone pretends that I know nothing. So, from what I understand, Raw Terra is called Raw Terra because Radin.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Who is the god of La Terra?
Oh, it's still in the system. The planets were separated whenever Radin took the ability of interstellar travel behind. But it used to be that they were close in commerce, and we would fight wars with Valterra, of course, reviving the losers. But anyone that was able to prove their way in combat earned their way to this planet. It was sort of like a luxury planet. However, in the last 3,000 years, there have been people that were born here not by merit, of course, but by the merit of their families. And some keep that merit in their family name, and others view it as pointless. Of course, those are from lower family names.
That sounds interesting. So, all these planets are that connected.
Not anymore. They haven't been for 3,000 years.
Used to be
But
though.
now they
Right.
are again.
Well, let's get back to that.
I do have. So, do you know? Is there a planet for Asteria? Asteri?
Derry. If I remember correctly, she's something different. But I don't know, that's complicated. You might have to look into the temple for that information.
Right. The temple
Sure.
where
Yep.
we were going.
We kind of were. I did want to make one more stop. I'm sorry, Bethany.
Oh yeah, no. Bethany is like it was gone the instant she saw the market.
Yeah. Like, much more important. Much more important. Good sir. I'm sorry. What was your name?
You keep asking that.
I asked this once.
Valadin.
Valadin.
Valadin, yes.
Valadin, the spice seller.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna come up again.
You know,
We're gonna make sure.
Also, it feels like this might be Bethany's favorite shop. So, sorry, Valadin. Do you know where they might? I find myself quite out of sorts. Do you know where they might sell armor of some sort, or where a blacksmith would be?
Oh, armor blacksmith? Yeah, you're gonna want the stall or the shop. It's a few minutes walk from here. Just go east,
I'm not
and
gonna write this down. Yeah. And do you believe they would also be open to an exchange of novelties over the current currency? Or would you be willing to part with maybe some of your own for...
Oh, do you have more of that gold?
Just a little bit.
It'd probably be worth more if I was the only one with it. Yeah. Sure.
I'll
Let's-
take it.
I'm sorry, I am not quite familiar with the differences in this world, but would you mind? I would like to purchase some armor for myself and maybe a few other odds and ends. Do you know about how much currency I would need roughly, and for that sort of thing? And would you have
Well,
that on hand?
I suppose if you're the only ones with this gold, I could probably give you enough ivory for that. Not ivory, whatever. I can give you enough
Okay.
Golake for it.
Go
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, Golake. Don't ask me to spell it. You spell it and get back to me.
Um, okay. Actually, this is my time to ask: is there a sick ass vampire sword?
I believe we would also might need some weapons, maybe for some of our
Yeah, you
companions.
can-
We were caught a little bit off guard.
Look, do you have any meats on you? I'm interested in the spices, sure, but I'm sure the meat could also be very interesting.
I have leftover rabbit stew.
Ooh. Can I have a sip?
I think I also have some. You might need to heat it up a bit. You might actually try throwing in some of that fire light. I also have some dried
I
meats.
do love this dude being like, "I want to sip."
You know, I will gladly like share with him. Bethany is like, this man has made Bethany's life. What was his name again?
Valadin.
Valadin, yes, that's right. Valadin comes from a long line of
There's a
Culinary warriors.
Paladin.
This one seemed like he might be useful to know.
Yeah, so he gives you 20 Godex. Did I say Godex?
You said Golik.
Golix, yes, 20 Golix. Thank you. I was testing you. And
Yeah.
Fortuna
That
has
helps with learning customs.
Fortuna has about 5 in her pouch.
Okay, and that was for the soup.
That was for the soup and the gold
Walking
coins.
around.
Okay, I give him 3 gold coins.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. What'd you say, Fortuna?
There's like a lot of people walking around.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
gonna rob them?
Yeah.
I try to eye out for dark.
They all have swords and look very, very battle ready.
I changed my mind.
As if they are used to fighting to the death over petty squabble and being raised again.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Yeah, that's not great. Hey
kinda-
guys, I don't have Ray's dead yet.
Be really fucking careful.
I guess I won't steal from the random people.
Golex
I mean, you could
20.
probably get away with it.
I could probably get away with it. I'm very good at stealing.
Oh, good to know.
Do you guys want to end there so that way I can get some more stuff?
No thanks,
Yeah.
sir. We'll make our way up to our armory or wherever
okay.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would actually like some time to think about like what exactly I
Golex
want.
20. Perfect.
Okay, so
Are you
Beth,
writing it down in your inventory? I will not in mine then.
sorry, what?
Oh, Audrey.
I added the Golex to my.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I will remove it from mine then, because it should not be duplicated.
You have a duplication
I
spell.
have my own.
Yeah, there you
Just with the water.
Oh, man.
go. I'm okay with that as long as you help me use it on armor. What's that?
I got a cup of water earlier.
Yes?
Yes.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Don't know. Anyways, I do kind of want to end there, if that's okay with
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. It's
Sounds
been
good.
about 30 minutes.
Alright, to let the stream know, sorry this was on Wednesday, some things happened. Hopefully you're watching, most of you are going to be watching on YouTube if anyone is, so whatever. But if you are trying to catch this live, we will not be live next Sunday. As many of you are aware, there's a major American holiday around that time. But around the 6th, we'll probably be back.
You guys gotta get with the program and have Thanksgiving in October.
Yeah,
Get it out of the way.
it's
This sounded so Canadian.
we all wish we could be there, Bethany. Okay, or Audrey, like 100%. We would all take you up if you could somehow magically transport you there.
Yes, please.
Just mass fucking. Oh yeah, they're all approved. Don't worry about it.
I'm marrying them all. Anyways, that'll be it for this